It's DJP.
Made in Asia. This is the Kpopcast. Introducing myself, Kpopcast co-host Stephanie, and I'm also joined by our resident K-pop b-boy, Supermatic.
What's up, everybody? K-pop b-boy in the building, Supermatic. How y'all doing? And as always, we are, of course, joined by our other amazing co-host, DJ P-Lo.
Hey, what's up, guys? And thanks for joining us and tuning in for another episode of the Kpopcast. What's on the show for today, Supermatic?
We will be discussing none other than the girls of Twice, but first, we've got some listener feedback and, of course, our hit replays.
That's right. Okay, so listener feedback. This is going to be really quick. Steph, I was really insistent last episode that I was filmed in Las Vegas.
You were.
I was so wrong.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, totally filmed in Macau. So, case closed. It was filmed in Macau.
Great.
Yeah, I just thought we needed to set the record straight on that.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. That was pretty much it. I mean, we've gotten a few other comments just saying like, oh, you guys appreciate the show, whatnot, but nothing I think worth spotlighting here. Mm-hmm. If you want to get in touch with us, remember to always just give us a tweet at the Kpopcast or leave a comment on, our SoundCloud or iTunes or wherever. So my hit replay for this week, it's Cheese. And
cheese with a Z.
Yes, that's right, with a Z. It makes me think it's like cheddar cheese or something with a Z.
Cheez-Its? Cheez-Its?
Yeah,
I thought of that.
Exactly. I've spotlighted other songs by Cheese in the past, but this is their latest song, Be There. It's definitely on the more poppy side, so it's, if you could have like pop jazz, that's what this song is. But more than anything, I just love this song for the instrumentals. So when it goes into a jazz break, that alone is worth listening to for the song. So what's making you hit replay this week, Supermatic?
All right, so this one kind of took me by surprise when it came out. So we've got a new song. It's actually a debut from a new solo artist by the name of Sohee. Don't get it twisted.
From the Wonder Girls?
Nope, not Wonder Girls Sohee. And not a Produce 101 Sohee either. This is actually another new girl who's using the stage name pseudonym Sohee, but she's from season 6 of K-Pop Star, which is another one of those idol survival programs that people go on. Yep. Kind of like the American equivalent of being America's Got Talent or like American Idol, that kind of thing. She was on that show. I don't think she won, but she made it to the finals. Still got signed, clearly, because now she's got a solo debut.
All right.
And her debut song is called Spotlight. And it's a really nice song. It's one of those that you can just really drive to and enjoy. I actually was listening to it on the way here, and I was really taking it in, kind of the atmosphere it creates. It's like a nice upbeat pop mid-tempo jam, and it's very reminiscent to give you either like an American equivalent. It's kind of like Ariana Grande's The Way, or for you K-pop fans out there, it'll give you some vibes of Seohyun's Don't Say No. We've compared those two before.
That's right.
But yeah, and more on that, the video is actually pretty cool because Sohee didn't really get to display a lot of her dancing on K-Pop Star because it was more about the singing. In this video, she shows her dancing skills. She's dope. Right. So give that a listen and give that a watch.
Dancing in the spotlight.
Cool. What's making you hit replay, Steph?
Well, I am hitting replay on a cute little song by Roy Kim, and his latest is kind of a departure from his usual. Usually when I'm listening to him, I'm driving around and it's like raining outside and it's doom and gloom, and he's just like, life is sad and I miss you and all that. And sometimes you just want to get into that mood. But this time, he is doing something cute. It's like aegyo. It's pop. It's colorful. The video is so adorable, and you get to see him just acting silly, and there's some girl chasing him around, and I just think it's great, and we need to see more of the happy-go-lucky side of Mr. Roy. So I'm a fan of that one. Okay. It's called, I was like, what's the title? It's called Ikichoebo, or Egoist. by Roy
Ooh.
Kim. And so
I'm going to have to give that a watch for purely academic reasons, not just to understand.
yeah.
For science.
너무 뜨거워 손 떼고 싶은 그런 사람 다시는 하기 싫은데 성나란 별 그 사이 은하수처럼 완벽한 그틈만 있다면 더하지도 덜하지도 않고 좋을 거야 이런 날 알아줄래.
All right, so for this week's 대박 or not, we're taking a look at the latest from none other than Twice, their newest single, Signal.
시그널 보내 시그널 보내 찌릿 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 난 너를 원해 난 너를 원해 왜 반응이 없니 난 날마다 나를 닮아 찌릿 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 기다리잖아 다 보이잖아 왜
Guys, what's up? How are we feeling?
Yeah, I think we're all kind of looking at each other, shifting our eyes back and forth.
Avoiding eye contact,
Yeah.
trying to avoid the truth.
Yeah. And trying not to offend Twice fans in the process. But we have a once here.
That's true, yes.
Okay.
I guess I'll go ahead and just kick it off because I am the resident once in the building here.
Yeah.
And for me, it's been about a week since the song has come out, right? The music video on the song dropped about a week ago.
Yep.
And I have to say, it took that full week for this song to really grow on me. It came out, and at first I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I was like, I'm mostly enjoying it. I can see the parts that people don't like, but for me, it's still cool. And then about Wednesday, Thursday comes, and I'm like, I hate Signal. I hate it, and that hurts to say as a once.
Wait. So it took you longer to hate it?
Like after a couple of days and everything set in, and my hype and my bias as a once like faded away, and I was looking at it through a more objective or unobjective lens.
Yeah.
I was like,
He was blind, but then he could see.
Yep. I was like, even as a once, I have to admit this is not that good. Like I hate Signal. But then this past weekend happened, and I started talking to more friends and other fellow K-pop listeners, and I was reading more of their reaction online. And I was like, this song seems to be really polarizing. There's people who hate it, which I'm expecting at this point, but then I'm finding surprising amounts of people who really like the song.
Yeah.
And then I had to give it a few more listens, and then funny enough, it was working yesterday and today with my boss at my job. My boss happens to be Korean, and she's also a big K-pop listener.
Oh, okay. That
And
helps.
she was talking to me about Signal, and she's like, I can understand why people may not like the song necessarily. There's parts of it I just fast forward through.
Yeah.
But watching the videos, what really makes it really fun for me. I love the dance. It's so cute. I mean, I know it's Twice, but this one, they're so cute. And I was like, yeah, I can see that.
Great impression of your boss.
Right. Aegyo seems to be the recurring theme for these girls.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we've covered it before. What's the term that you developed? Commoditized Aegyo. There
yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
That's dark.
It's manufactured.
So true. So true.
Well, you were reading the review from Nick the Bias List, right?
Yes, that's right.
So Nick had something, similar remarks to that?
Yeah, he said that although Signal has its messy moments, it is tied together with very solid production that understands how to utilize each of the group's members' specific talents. We have come to accept by now that Twice will never be powerhouse vocals, but their tones blend really well together, each member managing to deliver their own piece of earworm before yielding to the next member. It's basically assembly line pop, but at its most efficient. Yes, there are elements that never quite click, but it flies by so briskly that it's hard not to get swept up in the cute, playful fun of it all. And with Korea's Twice obsession currently at its peak, we're probably going to get swept up by Signal and the following tracks for months to come.
Yeah. What I think is so funny is that a big part of that definition of Aegyo seems to be like being helpless, right? And these girls seem especially helpless, even though they have superpowers.
Seriously, get it together.
Backfiring superpowers.
let you know 사인을 보내 시그널 보내 I must let you know 사인을 보내 시그널 보내
I mean, of course, there's a lot of either positive or negative reception to like the song itself. But while we're on the subject of the video, Steph, if I may, how did you feel about the video?
I actually enjoyed the video. I thought it was something different. it was different from other videos that they've done, and it's different from a lot of the K-pop that's out there. I admit that in the beginning I was a little confused. You see these girls walking up to the crater, and then they all get zapped by something, and they're paralyzed and not able to move, and they're kind of asleep. I'm like, all right, what's going to happen now? What's going to happen to these poor, helpless damsels in distress? Danger, Will Robinson. Yeah. And then we go to I think a classroom scene.
That's right.
Where apparently the problem is that these girls have a crush on an alien.
It happens to the best of us.
Right.
Exactly.
You want my destiny.
I mean, honestly, I breathed a sigh of relief that, okay, great, this is not some issue where they're going to be abducted by aliens and it's going to turn into one of those weird...
You see where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going? Okay, so it could have easily gone that way. But no, this is Twice. This is pop. We don't do that.
Although there was some other phallic imagery in their other songs.
Oh, really?
Only for those who may have been looking
boy.
for it. But okay, let's get our minds out of that direction. There was some speculation, right, in terms of like what that intro meant, right? Supermatic. I mean, do you recall what people have been saying around what the significance behind the intro was?
Yeah, like there's there's quite a varying amount of theories out there, but one of the most common ones I've seen is that, or there's like two possibilities that people throw out as being the theories behind this. One is that Twice being Twice, they're just this group of 9 like naive, young, like dumb, helpless girls that just happen to wander into an open crater, or the crop circle that's just conveniently there, clearly left behind by this alien spaceship, and then they get hit by this beam, as you said. They get these superpowers, but then they're trying to use these powers to help them get their man or their muse, but they all backfire. And some of the theories behind that is like, one, it's either Twice in getting these powers ended up falling in love with this alien dude who's probably the one that gave them the powers in the first place, or the other one is that Twice themselves were already aliens, but this was them getting called home.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then I think the third theory that I'd like to put out there is that this was just for to be cute. And it was completely meaningless. I think I subscribe to that one the most, just that they're just trying to show the girls being cute in the beginning.
I'm intrigued by the second one. I would need to watch it a few more times and see if that holds up. But I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they're imbued with superpowers, right? Each girl taking on a power of their own to capture the attention of this guy. And I think it's sort of funny the way that it backfires in each scenario. Like, oh, my power is to turn invisible, so I'm going to turn invisible in front of you. It's like, what a way to come unnoticed.
I find that funny because you're referring to Sana, who has that power, which is like astral projection or something, or invisibility. And then when we see the alien dude walk by her, she's all like, "Senpai, notice me!" status. Like he walks by, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, right. I guess there's a question there is, these girls are all crushing on a guy. And have you ever felt empowered when you've been crushing on someone, that you've gained new superpowers?
Honestly, for me, from my own experience, I gotta say it's been quite the opposite.
Okay.
It's like I know for me as a guy, if I'm crushing on a girl, and especially like if she comes around, most of the time I tend to feel kind of powerless. I'm like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, don't know how to act. I forget how to speak, how to English.
Yeah.
I get tongue-tied.
But then you get over that, and when you have the chance to shine, you just go for it. You make a fool out of yourself. You look like an idiot. Okay, I'm not just talking about you, Matt, but all of us have been
at one point or another, for sure.
Having a crush on somebody can push you to do some unusual things.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly it. Yeah, makes you do some unusual things.
It's like, you're not yourself lately. Like Matt, you mentioned that like one of the girls had a specific power that like might match up with some inside joke or reference to the group or to the past. There's probably some other ones, right? I heard you guys talking earlier. I'm not I have not been following the group's history and all the identities of I can't tell them apart. I'll be honest. I don't know anybody's name. But I would love to learn more.
That's me with a lot of guy groups, honestly.
All right, I'll carry the guy groups, and you guys educate me about all the stuff I missed.
Yeah, so of course we already touched on Sana being able to either astral project or turn invisible. But for the other 8 girls and these weird powers that they get imbued with, we've got Jungyoung, who seems to be able to like freeze time for up to like 5 or 10 seconds, and within that small time she can move herself, but everything around her is frozen.
Although that backfires, she freezes herself. Yep.
And then we've got Momo, who's basically the Flash. She's got super speed, but I guess she doesn't know how to control it because she keeps crashing into things.
Oh yeah.
And then Neon seems to be either like some sort of it's almost kind of like Doctor Who status with a Time Lord, because she's got this weird device that she can
MIB device.
Yes, like she can click, but then it rewinds time back like 5 or 10
seconds. Or maybe
seconds.
just rewinds everyone's memories.
Or maybe that too. That's right. And then I am actually not entirely sure what Gio's power was, but it looks like she can like insta scan someone and get like details on them or whatnot.
She can also look through walls.
Yes, that's right. Like she's got
X-ray
some sort of like sight-oriented
like
superpower.
Google Glass?
Yeah.
Kind of. Yes.
It seems like the most useless of all the powers.
Oh, hey, what a hater.
Well, she didn't really get much of a chance to show it in the video,
Yeah.
to be fair, so we don't really know. There's Chaeyoung, who's got telekinesis because she can like move things with her mind.
That's cool.
We've got Mina with some sort of like hypnotism, I think, although she ends up hypnotizing herself more than the dude.
Oh boy.
And then we've got Dahyun, who I think a lot of people don't really mind. She can clone herself or like separate herself and make multiple Dahyuns, because of course the world needs more Dahyun in their life.
The fanboy's dream right there.
Right?
That's a lot.
And then we've got Suyu, last but not least, with her super strength. She ends up wanting to like do that playful, like, you know, that slap on the guy because I guess he like said or did something that made her blush. So she goes for the slap, but ends up like making him fly through 2 classrooms through a wall. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Basically, how a lot of fans react to Suyu.
Yep.
Blown away.
Side note, one of the top comments on Reddit when the video was posted for the day it was released, one of the top comments was like, "Do you know how much I would give or pay for Suyu to do this to me?" And it's that part. So yeah, I mean, there's noticeable moments for each of the members to shine with their superpowers.
Yeah. So in addition to, you know, giving each of these girls their spotlight in true JYP Twice fashion, you know, giving each girl their own sort of sub brand, there's a lot of other self references to their past work within this music video.
That's right.
So one of them that was like one of the smallest Easter eggs that I feel like I found was Dahyun doing her bunny dance.
That's
from,
right.
What was it? TT?
Yep.
Which she also did a Knock Knock. In one of her clones, she's doing that same dance.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the smallest Easter egg that only real fans who watch this
I guess so.
To be fair, Dahyun's moment in the music video is full of a lot of references to her own parts from previous works. I mean,
really?
You mentioned the bunny dance, but there's also one of her clones is doing the entire fan dance from Cheer Up, where she's wearing the hanbok.
Yeah.
And then not a lot of people noticed it, but because there's a lot of Dahyun on the screen at that moment, but on the far right in the crate, there's one Dahyun clone sitting down and another behind her, and both of them are emulating Dahyun's bathroom stall intro from like Ooh Ah.
Oh.
That's crazy. You think they wrote all this on purpose, or they just told her, all right, do something different, like 5 times, and these were the first 5 things that came to mind? Maybe it was on purpose.
Yeah.
It could be by design. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, all those fun Easter eggs, of course. It's K-pop. Wouldn't
It's
be
fun for
K-pop
the
without
fans.
Easter eggs. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one for all the onces.
Yeah. There's also references to the outfits themselves from Cheer Up, because each of the 9 members got noticeable outfits and themes. There are extras in the scene where they're shopping, like in that little shopping center.
Yeah.
We see an extra wearing Dahyun's hanbok, and then there's another one that's wearing Suyu's black Audrey Hepburn dress from Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, like it's very quick, one of those blink and you'll miss it moments, because of course the highlight's on the girls as they're first walking through the shopping center, but if you look closely and you watch behind them, the extras wearing these outfits are there.
Got it. And we also see the most notorious extra of them all.
Yep.
The camera lens dude
from Cheer Up.
So quick recap from Cheer Up. It's seen from this guy who's like a camera, and he puts on these different lenses to try to look at these girls.
Whoa.
Well, not like that stuff. I think he's just trying to understand
what's going on in this video. Okay.
Because like in Cheer Up, they're saying one thing and then their emotions are kind of conveying another. It's sort of like the opposite of what we're seeing in Signal. So
Got it.
it's like the girl trying to signal the guy that she feels this way, and then the guy just not understanding it. This one with Cheer Up, it was the other way around. It's the guy trying to like, what do you mean?
Yep.
Like, what do you want? What do you want? Yeah, okay, that's from The Notebook. But, yeah. So I thought that was cool. I don't know if this was trying to say something, if it was making all those Cheer Up references just to provide that inverse perspective for this one.
Possibly. I mean, there's layers, or possible layers, I'll disclaim, to what the meaning or even the subversive meaning of Signal could be.
Subversive.
Yes.
Subversive. Dun, dun, dun.
Embellish.
Well, I mean, as we touched upon earlier, there's a lot of theories behind this, and I can say for myself, I don't really know what exactly the whole subversive, or what exactly it is in terms of a tangible story or a point they're making, but
Yeah.
as we've come to know with K-pop in general, but especially with Twice videos, is that there always could be more to the story than just what you're seeing on the screen. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what exactly it is right now, but I'm definitely going to be watching this more and more because I feel like there is something that could be at least suggested here with this whole story of Twice either themselves being aliens or the alien dude turning them into aliens. There's something, I don't know. There's a lot to
And here,
digest and
I
take in.
thought like Alien Covenant was going to give me nightmares
Right.
at the end of this music video.
Yes.
So we're referring to the end, at the end, where all the girls try running up, follow this dude to his spaceship.
He gets beamed up.
They get left behind, and while they're trying to get brought up, and after the spaceship leaves, it is revealed that they are all pink, scary aliens themselves.
So, fun fact for me, when I first watched this music video, it was probably about an hour after it dropped. So for us here in the US, that was about 2 or 3 a.m.
Oh my god.
So imagine me watching this video, because of course, I mean, already I'm a dedicated one, so I'm watching this, and also because I knew we were going to review this for our podcast. Imagine me getting to the end of that video at about 3 in the morning and being like, that was a weird video. What the heck did I just watch? Well, we're getting to the end now. Twice got left behind. Oh, they're all looking at the camera. What's going on? Oh, what the? Oh my god. Like 3 a.m. nightmare inducing. So thank you Twice and thank you JYP for that.
That was a real curveball.
Yes.
Refreshing take at the group.
Yes, and I just emulated for you, like as close as I could, my actual reaction. So there you go, listeners.
Yeah.
If I may say, though, I mean, one redeeming quality, at least like for me and in some fans' eyes that I've talked to about this, is that I think we can all agree that audio-wise, this may not exactly be the best Twice song or even one of the best songs overall. But I do have to admit, after watching it more and more, and even checking out like live performances and even like special videos and the dance practices, the choreography is pretty charming to watch. Like, if there's anything, because one thing with Twice that we've seen as part of the formula, of course, within K-pop overall, is that one of the parts of being successful, you got to have a catchy dance, like a catchy point dance, one that's easy for everyone to learn and emulate, one that people will do if a certain DJ cough drops it at a party, and people will get on the floor to do it.
Funny you mentioned that, because just yesterday I was at a K-pop event.
No way.
And the song was requested. And
it was.
Only 2 people knew it. And one of them being the person who requested it.
Of course.
But like everyone knew all of Twice's other songs. Like everyone. Like you'd play like TT, everyone got on to the floor to redo it. So
they were all doing the dance.
Everyone, including the guys. I mean, the guys were doing all the egg yo.
Oh my gosh.
type movement.
That's got to be a sight to see.
Wow. Cute. Well, that's surprising that they were not staying up waiting for Twice, like Signal, to come out, and not knowing at least the dance to the chorus, because that's easy to copy, easy to catch on.
Yeah, I think
surprised.
Maybe they're learning that right now. We've already seen Parang, the San Jose State dance team, do a cover of it. And they just put that out the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Like they learned that in
some time.
less than 4 days.
Yep.
How dare they take more than 24 hours to learn the entire choreo? I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, I was surprised to see how quickly they put it out. But I'm sure we'll see other groups and other fandoms recreating the dance rather quickly.
Yeah, very likely, very likely.
Cool.
Especially considering that it is one of those that's just like, as I said, it's charming. It's and of course the choreography itself, with it being Twice, and depending on the person who does it, it can be really, really cute in how you deliver. And I haven't had a chance to look into this yet, but I think the person who choreographed Signal for them, it was the same person who did TT. I think it was Leah Kim from 1 Million Dance Studio, which is a she herself is a notable dancer, and 1 Million is a notable studio. So a lot of their teachers and choreographers choreograph for K-pop groups. So I wouldn't be too surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Report back on that.
Yeah. Let us know when you meet up with Kim.
Yeah. Next time you.
I will do my research and report back. Mission briefing.
Okay. So overall for the audio, I think we can all say that the verses were very weak.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like in the way it started off, it was poorly done because it was taking too long to get to the actual hook.
Yeah.
It was just plain unpleasant to listen to that intro.
I mean, I know with K-pop, it's natural to have a repetitive refrain and like have it be in English, so it's something that everyone can latch onto. But I feel like they dragged it out too long. Like the first 30 seconds of the song is a lot for people to want to mostly fast forward through.
Yep.
Right. So to that point, we have had one K-pop fanboy who did a rearranged version.
That's right.
Of this.
Funny enough, appropriately named Kpopfanboyism.
Yes, that's right. And he basically cut out all that intro verse, right? And he moved. Well, he had the very beginning intro, and then he moved up the pre-chorus, and then of course the chorus itself.
Problem solved.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I do with a lot of my DJ edits, because like when you're dancing, like you want to jump to the chorus part first. So usually what I'll do is I'll create a chorus or hook first version. So I'll put that in the beginning, and then after that, then I'll go into the intro verse, which is pretty much what this guy did, and I think it would have worked a lot better.
Yep.
Yeah. If we had that structure.
Yeah, like shouts out to you, K-pop fanboyism. I don't know if you happen to listen to us or not, but hopefully you do, or people will help you catch wind of us shouting you out, because I found your rearrangement and your mix through your post on Reddit, and I have to agree with the top comment on there, which was that your rearrangement shows that JYP had all the right parts of the song, but in the wrong sections.
Yep.
So good job to you for bringing that to light. Honestly, your mix is probably one of the reasons why the song grew on me, because I discovered it about 2 or 3 days ago, and that helped out. Like showing what Signal could have been if arranged right.
Yeah. So if you want to be respectable once, you listen to this version.
Right.
Right. And we'll have a link to this cut in the description of our episode.
Yes.
Okay. So for me, like when I listened to this song, like I felt like it was written by the same guy who did IOI's Very, Very, Very.
Oh, funny enough, I think that guy also happens to be named JYP.
Yeah,
but
same letter acronym.
Yes.
But honest to God, like it had that same sort of like fast drum and bass beat with a very pop instrument set, right? So Very, Very, Very had very similar sounds, I want to say, but it had a more consistent beat. This one, like just that intro verse totally sucked out all the life and soul of the song. But when you get to the chorus, I think the chorus actually works for this song. And I will always remember doing the
little alien ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter was just doing the cutest version. Cutie pie.
Yeah. Well, we can all do it.
Yep.
And so that's an easy to do thing. I mean, enough that I can recreate it. So
right.
But for my score for this song, I'm gonna have to give it a 2.5 because I expect better from JYP. If he just rearranged the song, as we've been saying, it would have been much higher. But because like I'm not gonna play this ever again, I think as we were talking stuff, like unless people ask for it.
Yeah, and thankfully I'm not a K-pop DJ. Ain't nobody asking me to play that song, so I'm not gonna do it.
So pretty much half of what a really or what an amazing score would be, right?
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, really quick, our scoring system here, we give we give ratings based on the audio of the song, the concept, and then overall whether it is
Daebak or not.
Yeah, so you just heard Peter's score, which is based on a 1 to 5 rating, 1 being absolutely terrible, 5 being absolutely amazing. You can't live your life unless you hear this or see this.
Yeah. Right.
So that was Peter's score, 2.5. Anything else? Or
no, I'll pass it to you, Steph.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So like I just said, I'm not going to be playing this again. It was just plain unpleasant to listen to a lot of the song for me. And while I could see that someone tried to do something kind of different and be edgy, there's only so many like extra credit participation points I can give for that. So I'm in the same boat as Peter here with the 2.5 on the audio.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Supermatic, resident once.
Yeah.
Don't let your onces down.
Okay. To be honest, like I said, I've been on a bit of a roller coaster with this song this whole week, like since it dropped, and 7 days since then. I've been on the spectrum of wanting to give this song either a really low score because I flat out hated it, or I wanted to give it an okay score because it grew on me. Like I said, as it stands right now, 1 week later, I'm going to have to give this a really, really solid, just right there, barely at a 3. Because
Knew it.
Yes, because I mean, I will admit there was a time where probably if we did this if we did this on Wednesday or Thursday, I probably would have just been in the same boat with you guys. I'm like, yeah, it's a 2.5 or maybe even lower. I hate it, but I did have the added benefit of a couple of extra days, and like I said, this song grew on me because I've come to learn and appreciate certain parts of it that have their charm. Especially that chorus, just that whole like da 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 da, and then the whole cheat it with the signal hand sign. So, yeah, a solid 3 from me. Audio.
Okay. Concept?
So concept-wise, again, me being the resident once here, I've come to kind of expect something a little wacky, a little weird, a little like from Twice and with JYP. But I gotta say, this is probably the music video and overall concept that has had me feeling the most dumbfounded, I guess would be the word, or just really, really wondering what is going on. What did I just watch? What am I seeing? I mean, I mentioned it earlier. In terms of the choreography, I'm really digging it. It's cute. It's fun to watch. But this whole alien concept and just not even at this point still really being clear on what the story was in the music video, I'm kind of a mixed bag of emotions here. But that said, most of the concept I'm like, I find the appeal and the charm that I can see in what people are enjoying about it. So I'm going to give it a slightly higher score than I gave on the audio. It is a 3.25 from your boy Supermatic and Resident Once.
Okay, fair enough.
For me, I think this is one of those videos that you find yourself watching at the bottom of the YouTube rabbit hole at 3 a.m. And after you're like, how did I get here? I need to reevaluate some life choices. No, just kidding. But it is pretty weird, but cute and funny as well. So I appreciate that they tried to do something different with the concept, with the story. It's different from their other videos. Made me laugh. I'm going to remember it for a while. So I'm going to, I guess, bump up to 3.4 on concept. Enjoyable to me.
Okay. So I'm actually going to give it the highest concept score out of all you guys here.
Whoa.
I'm actually going to give it a 3.5, which is not huge, but still pretty good, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I just really like this whole idea that you're trying really hard to communicate with your crush. And you're trying to give him or her a signal, and it's like speaking to an alien. And that I thought it was epitomized well in this.
That's a good point. Fair point.
And I don't think there's lots of songs about that exact scenario either.
There's a lot of high production given to each of the girls, right? And the way that each trying to manifest that signal. So I like it for that reason. Yeah.
Good point, Peter. Thanks for bringing that to light.
But there's still a lot of course, questions that we have. It's like, why
so
this?
Many questions.
Yeah. Okay. Overall, guys,
Yeah.
is this song
Daebak or not?
I think it's not. Yeah, it's definitely a not. It's a pretty strong not, actually.
Yeah.
If it was rearranged like that, K-pop, what was it?
K-pop fanboyism.
K-pop fanboyism. Then I might be giving it a Daebak. But the song as it was presented, it was just so confusing.
Yeah.
And it required a lot of investigative work to really understand the meaning without just being like, what the heck did I just watch?
I agree. I am going to rate it as a not. In order to flip it to Daebak, you're going to have to do a hell of a lot of rearranging to this song for me. So it's a not.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard for me, actually, because the thing is, like, I appreciate the song enough where I'm not going to flat out give it a not, but I don't want to necessarily call it Daebak either, because even though at this point as it stands, I'm I'm okay with it now.
Yeah.
I still consider it so far Twice's weakest song overall and their weakest
definitely.
comeback.
Definitely.
But that said, I mean, again, I don't want to flat out give it a not.
No cop outs, symptomatic.
Very, very barely Daebak.
We've been here before.
Ah, okay.
Oh my
Like,
god,
it doesn't feel right calling it Daebak,
Alright.
but I mean, what else can I say if I'm not gonna say it's not?
What?
classic
What?
once behavior before our very eyes.
Okay, we'll let you get away with that
Sure.
for this one,
Yeah.
Super Mac. Also,
Yeah.
so that all the onces don't take the show.
Right.
either. So I guess in conclusion, like this is the bottom of the
Mhm.
pile, right? We can all agree.
Yeah.
Like Ooh Ah is probably the top for me, at
Mhm.
least.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know, Steph. I know you're just getting into this. Has there been a standout hit for you for this group?
I only listened to their songs today, and
Okay.
from the ones that I'm going to be honest with y'all, and from the ones that I can remember, Ooh Ah was the most pleasant song to me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I listened to that all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You can see where I'm at with this group.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to agree with that sentiment. With like Ooh Ah being my favorite track so far as what they've done to this point. But Cheer Up does hold a special place in my heart, probably only because it's a song that made them blow up. So,
Right. Okay.
and probably because it was with Sana's whole Sha 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 line, and Sana is my Twice bias. So, disclaimer.
Sha 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 was this like cultural. Are you familiar?
No.
Okay,
Do
so
tell.
Sha Sha Sha. There's the line in Cheer Up where
Mhm.
Sana,
Yeah.
she says shy shy shy,
Oh.
but in a very hyper Eikyo Japanese way.
Yeah.
And so she goes sha sha sha,
Mhm.
and then like everyone started, you know.
Yeah, that is the kind of thing
And it
that
had-
the, like Tumblr
Yeah.
fans would just
And it had like
run
a
with.
point dance to go with it too, which is like having your hands here at your sides and
Oh,
going like
yeah.
shy, 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 almost like
Mhm.
crying. So like shy, shy, shy.
Oh.
So-
Actually, so
Yeah.
there's a
so
video,
much cuteness in this room right
Yes.
now, ladies.
there's a video game actually. If you played Overwatch,
Oh yes.
there's the character in the game even does the same sha
Mhm.
sha sha.
Really?
dance, yeah.
In Overwatch.
So
Yeah.
you're referring to Diva, right?
Yeah,
But she was
Diva.
given that dance for another game by the same
Oh,
company,
yeah.
which is called Heroes of the Storm.
I hella play that game.
Whoa.
Hit me up. Hit up Good Asian Driver for good times, guys.
친구를 만나느라 샤샤샤 차 친구를 만나느라 샤샤샤 차 친구를 만나느라 샤샤샤
That's it for this episode of
Yep.
Kpopcast. Yes.
Woo,
Mhm.
that's right.
We did a JYP intro. That was courtesy of Rodri Thomas, who suggested that we do that. What are we going to do next week?
Well, funny enough, about 24 hours from now, we'll be having a comeback from none other than the boys of Icon.
Oh.
YG's finally letting these boys out.
Yes, let him out.
Okay.
Let him out.
Yeah. I mean, just on that note, of course, so we'll probably be looking at Icon next week, but also gotta say, as a K-pop fan in general, I'm happy that YG is finally doing something because we just had Winter's comeback, was really, really in full.
Mm-hmm.
Icon's coming back tomorrow, and Blackpink is confirmed to be coming back next month. So
Yes.
YG finally making moves.
That's right.
Let's go!
Taking
YG.
them out of the dungeon.
Right?
Love it.
You guys know where to find us. I'm at
Yep.
DJ Peter Lowe on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at sparker2 on Twitter.
Your boy Supermatic, SOUPERMATIC. Always get requests to spell that out, so there you go.
Oh, and don't forget,
Oh, and of course, our own official Twitter account, which is the Kpopcast. So you can catch us at THEKPOPCAST.
yep. All right, catch you guys all next week.
See you later.
Yeah.